Hello, hello students. Good evening to one and all. Am I audible? Can you please reply on the chat box? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Live Tech, then Army, Sani, Shivam, Goel. Thanks a lot. Uh, I think few more students are ready to join. So we'll wait for, let's say, 2, 3 more minutes and then we'll start. Okay, till that time, can you just let me know uh, from which place you people are right now? ओके गुड. कोई लोग ओमान से है, चंडीगढ़, फाइन, कर्नाटक, ओके, हिमाचल प्रदेश, मुंबई. ओके, ग्रेट ग्रेट. मीन्स लॉट ऑफ पीपल्स आर देयर. काफी सारे प्लेसेस से आज का ये बूट कैंप जो है ये अटेंड कर रहे हैं. ओके, नाइस 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 नाइस. Thank you, thank you. One more question before starting. I would like to know how much is your understanding about cyber security and कभी आपने कोई टूल यूज किया है उसके लिए? ओके, बिगिनर लेवल, फाइन. ओके ओके. ओके, इट मीन्स दैट काफी सारे लोगों ने जो है वो बिगिनर लेवल ही बोला है एंड किसी किसी ने वर्कशॉप अटेंड किया है बट दे हैव नॉट यूज एनी काइंड ऑफ टूल, राइट? ओके, थैंक यू फॉर योर क्विक रिप्लाई फॉर दिस क्वेश्चन. सो आई थिंक वी शुड स्टार्ट राइट नाउ. सो आज का जो ये बूट कैंप है इसमें मैं आपको सबसे पहले जो है आई विल गिव यू ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट दी साइबर सिक्योरिटी. ओके, साइबर सिक्योरिटी होता क्या है क्योंकि ये समझना जरूरी है. देन वहां पर उसके अंदर में हम लोग इथिकल हैकिंग क्या होता है ये समझेंगे और इथिकल हैकिंग के लिए एक टूल यूज होता है. उसका एक शॉर्ट डेमो भी मैं आपको करके दिखाऊंगा. एंड इफ time permits, then we will have one more code which will be based on the Python. Okay, वो Python based code रहेगा and we will try to understand that how cyber security is implemented using the Python programming language. Okay, okay. Just a second, I am sharing my screen. Okay, I am sharing my screen with you people. Okay, students, is my screen visible? Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Somebody has asked me whether this is like a previous video. Not exactly. Okay, just starting point will be same because everybody needs to have understanding about the cyber security, and after that we will be focusing more on ethical hacking. एक कॉन्सेप्ट जो है इथिकल हैकिंग का वो भी मैं लाइव करके दिखाऊंगा. फाइन. एंड we'll also follow one Python based code. Okay, just a second. Okay, fine. So see here, student, this is our topic, that is cybersecurity essentials with ethical hacking. So just wait for a while. Just yeah. So what is cybersecurity basically? So cybersecurity is nothing but practice of defending our computers, our servers, the mobile devices, or any sort of data which is stored in our devices from the malicious attacks. Malicious means from the problematic attack. Okay. So, for example, if you are trying to safeguard your data which is present in your laptop, then that comes under cyber security. Okay. If you are trying to protect your mobile devices, or even if you are trying to protect your Wi-Fi network, then that also comes under cyber security. Okay. There are certain types in cyber security which I have highlighted here right now. You can see. First one is called as network security. Then we have information security, application security, and operational security. Okay. So let us try to understood what does these different types of security indicates. So here is the first one, that is called as network security. So network security is basically what types of policies or practices, or you can say what kind of technologies you adopt in order to secure your network. Once again I am repeating, what do we exactly mean by network? Network can be anything, like it can be a uh, two or three laptops communicating with each other, or one laptop communicating with, let's say, a desktop, या डेस्कटॉप लैपटॉप, और ये सारे कुछ कनेक्टेड है हमारे इंटरनेट से, वाईफाई से. तो ये सब मिलके क्या होता है, हमारा नेटवर्क होता है. और जब आप उस नेटवर्क को प्रोटेक्ट करते हो, उसके लिए आप कोई टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलप करते हो, कुछ प्रैक्टिस अडॉप्ट करते हो, और यू फॉलो सर्टेन पॉलिसीज, सो दैट थिंग comes under the network security. Okay, remember, network security is a subtype of cyber security. It is a subtype of cyber security. Second one is another subtype of the cyber security. We call it as information security. What we call? We call it as information security. So what is information security now? It is basically the practice or the art in which you try to secure your data. Your data, it can be in digital form or it can be in a physical form. Okay, and when you try to protect that data, then it comes under information security. For example, आपने देखा होगा कि कई बार क्या होता है हमारे सिस्टम में, यानी लैपटॉप में या डेस्कटॉप में, वी हैव डिफरेंट फोल्डर्स, लाइक सी ड्राइव इज देयर, डी ड्राइव इज देयर, ई ड्राइव इज देयर. ओके, एंड उससे ज्यादा भी हो सकती है एक आध ड्राइव. सो suppose you have some important data, okay, which is personal as well, okay, and you don't want that data to go in hand of any person. So what we do, we can give password to those folder. Okay, वो जो ड्राइव्स है उनको आप पासवर्ड लगा सकते हो. सो अगर आप उन ड्राइव्स को पासवर्ड लगा रहे हो, तो उससे क्या होगा कि कभी अगर आपकी सिस्टम, आपका जो लैपटॉप है, if it comes in hand of any other person, then that third person won't be in a position to access that data. So it means what? You have provided what kind of security right now? You have provided the information security, because your personal information is remaining personal to you only. It is not means any third person is not able to access that information, to access that information. Is it fine? Okay, so that's why in the example you can see I have written encrypting the sensitive files or setting the access permissions. Okay, so this is called as what? Information security. Next comes is application security. So application security is also a type of cyber security, but here what is the difference? Here you try to make the applications more secure. You try to make your applications more secure. One of the best example is, we know that applications are available everywhere, like it is available in the mobile phone, it is available in the iPad, tablets, it is also available on the web. Okay, तो ये application को जब हम secure करते हैं, okay, then that comes under what? Application security. What is the example? Okay, for example, I would just like to share this by writing. Okay, so for that I have opened the OneNote. Is the OneNote on my screen visible to you people? Yeah, is it visible, OneNote, on my screen? Okay, thank you, Ram, thank you. Okay, so see here, uh, you might have seen, let's take an example of a some sort of online transaction. Okay, so for example, if we consider any XYZ bank, then all the banks, you will find that these banks have their respective applications. Okay, the banks have respective applications, and how these applications are there. Okay, so these applications which are made by the software developers, they always try to keep these applications as secured as possible, as secured as possible. So how it is made secured? Okay, so by doing the some sort of programming. Okay, by doing some sort of programming, we try to achieve it security. And one more point is there, that let's say suppose you have downloaded this application on say some particular day. Okay, I will just write down some date, let's say today's date, that is you have downloaded it today. Fine, so will the same application continue? Have you observed this? Will the same application will be continuing for say entire 1 year? Answer is no. Okay, in fact, after let's say 2 months or something like that, or around 1.5 to 2 months, you will find that this particular application needs to be updated. It has to be what? Updated. Okay, so why there is a updation? Because this is because in between this duration of 1 to 1.5 months, there may be a problem with the security of this application, and that's why developer launch the updated version. And as soon as they launch the updated version, we are asked to update this application. You can take an example of an SBI bank. You will find that if we do not update their Yono Bank application, then that application will stop running on our device also. Okay, so that kind of security is maintained by the particular bank, that is the SBI bank. Is it fine? Okay, I hope this concept of application security is clear. Next is one more, that is the last one, that is called as operational security. So whatever security types we have seen right now, we have seen three types. Okay, what were those? The first one as network security, then we have seen information security, and then application security. So all of these are actually related with some sort of non-living things, that is the machines, or say applications like that. Okay, so all of these are related with non-living things. But this one, that is the operational security, it is not related with the non-living thing. In fact, it is related with the living things. That is, for example, to understand it, you can consider the case of an any particular organization, whether banking or hospital or any sort of. you will find that all these organizations involve the employees. Okay, people are working over there. So what happens, sometime some employee may post their photos along with the identity card on the social media platform, various social media platforms. Okay, so what can happen, the unique identity card of that particular organization get exposed over the internet, and the peoples who have wrong intentions, they can make use of that information to access or to get access into your organization systems. Okay, so that will create the problem. So in this case, you can observe that now the problem was not because of any machine, but it was because of the human being. It was because of the human being. Okay, so that comes under what? Operational security. To understand these four security concepts, we have come up with a simple example which is related to a bank. Okay, where we try to understood how these different types of cyber security comes into play. So here is the first one, information security. We all know that what is there in the bank. So bank consists of the customer data, bank consists of the data about how much money is present in a particular bank account. So it becomes very crucial and very important to secure such information. Okay, so that kind of security where you are providing security to the information, which in this case is nothing but money and the customer data, comes under the information security. Next is our uh, network security. So all these banks, you will find that whatever their uh, laptops or desktops are there, those are connected to the internet. Okay, even the banks is having the Wi-Fi routers, and all the system is connected to those Wi-Fi routers. So what can I say, that in a bank a network is formed between the desktop, laptops, even the smartphones and the Wi-Fi devices, also with the local area network, that is the wired connection. So in that case, our task is to provide security to such a network, and hence network security comes in this example as well. Next is application. Just now, before 2-3 minutes, I have explained you that all the banks are having their dedicated application. All the banks are having their dedicated websites. That is the online portal, and that's why we have to secure those application as well. Okay, because we know that from that application one can do all the things which a person can do by actually visiting to that branch, right? For example, you can pay the RD amount, you can pay the FD amount. Okay, even you can put the money into the bank, you can withdraw the money. All these which a person generally can do from by visiting a, a, a local office of that bank. Okay, that same can be done over the application, and that's why providing security to that application is of paramount importance, right? Okay, and this is the last part, that is operational security. So here employees comes into the picture. This is because we know that our many details like our account number, our name, IFSC code, all these are actually the critical information. Okay, even though password is with us, but still all these information like name, account number, IFSC code, CVV, all these are very critical, and these are available with the bank people as well. So if some or other employee, even by mistake, even by mistake misuse that information, or even by mistake if he kept that information in such an area where it becomes accessible by the remaining public, then our security is lost. That's why operational security also comes into this example. Okay, so what does this example indicates? It indicates how in a bank cyber security is important, and to be very precise, where exactly information security plays the role, network security plays the role, application security plays the role, and operational security plays the role that we should understood. Next, we are into the next slide where we are trying to understood why this cyber security matters. Okay, here you will find some of the terms which you are listening for the first time. Okay, and for that I will be explaining these terms as well. So nowadays what has happened is there is increase in the cyber crime rate. Okay, cyber crime that can be done by, let's say, ransomware attack, phishing attack, or DOS. DOS stands for denial of service attack. Okay, and because of such attacks the businesses are getting shut down. So for example, uh, in the year 2018 the uh, Facebook has come across such cyber attack. Okay, then there was an attack called as Equifax as well as WannaCry, both which happened in the year 2017. Let's try to understood here what do we mean by ransomware and what do we mean by phishing. See, both of them are cyber attack only, but the way in which these attacks are operated is totally different. Okay, so I am here, just a second, I will once again open a new screen. So what happens in ransomware is that here when attacker attacks our system, then onto our system a message is displayed. Okay, what is displayed? A message is displayed, that is your system is under ransomware attack, is under ransomware attack. Something like this, a message is displayed, and our this entire system on which you are doing an important work, it comes to a hang condition. आप कुछ भी नहीं कर पाओगे, ये पूरी तरह से क्या हो जाएगा, it will become hang. So after just few seconds, like say 10-20 seconds, you will find that they will display one more message onto the screen indicating that you have to pay a hefty amount in dollars. Okay, you have to pay a very big amount in dollars if you want your system to go back into the original condition. And if by mistake we pay such big amount, okay, that can be anything like 50,000, like 40,000, even like 1 lakh, like that. Okay, and if we pay it by mistake, then within a fraction of second these peoples will leave this system. Okay, but our system they will leave, but they won't make it clear, that is our system will remain in the hang condition only. So the point is our money will also be lost, and the our data or our system will still remain in the hang condition. So this kind of attack where a random amount of money is being asked, okay, which nobody knows how many money they are going to ask, that kind of attack is called as ransomware attack. Okay, an important point over here is this ransomware attack. In this ransomware attack, generally the money which is asked, it is asked in the form of Bitcoin. It is asked in the form of what? Bitcoin. Are you getting? Are you following this? Okay. This is our next one. Next is what? Phishing. So phishing is also a kind of cyber security attack only, but it is different from ransomware. How it is different? In phishing, actually, we come across the email. Okay, we will receive the email and we will think that this email is from genuine person. Okay, but actually it is a fake email. It will have all the fake links and everything will be fake. Okay, none of the link will be correct, but it will appear to us that it is correct, but it is not correct. Okay, and as soon as we click onto such link, then they will ask to start, they will start asking us some of the questions, and since in our mind we have the impression that this is the original link, we will start giving the actual information like what is name, then email address, then in which bank you have the account, such things they will start asking. And from that much information they will decode our another information related to, let's say, bank and everything, and using that they will get access to our bank account. Okay, so such kind of things is called as what, or such kind of attack is called as phishing attack. It is called as what? Phishing attack. Is it fine? Okay, there are multiple types of phishing attacks as well. Okay, but I haven't listed it here. This is because we want to cover more about the ethical hacking and other parts also. Okay, but remember there are other types of phishing attacks also. So now, next, we try to understood what are the job roles available in case of cyber security. Okay, हमारे पास में क्या क्या options है. So first and foremost जो हमें job मिलती है, entry level job, that is security analyst. Okay, then we can grow for security engineer, security architect, this one that is ethical hacker, CIS, that is Chief Information Security Officer, and one can also become expert in the digital forensic and incident response. Okay. So as I told you that our today's bootcamp is basically based on ethical hacker. So in the coming slide, you will find that I have kept some slides, especially from ethical hacker point of view. Yeah. So these are the responsibilities of an ethical hacker. Remember, ethical hacker is also called as a penetration tester. Okay. In the next slide, you will be getting understood that why we are calling it as a penetration tester. So what are the responsibilities? Here, main responsibilities are the ethical hacker has to simulate the cyber attacks. Okay, it has to find what are the weaknesses. Okay, vulnerabilities means weaknesses in the network or in the entire system, that has to be find out. And once he or she has found out what are the vulnerabilities, that is what are the weaknesses, then he or she also have to provide the advice in order to remove such weaknesses. Okay, remove such weaknesses. There are some popular tools for this kind of ethical hacking. One is called as network mapper, which is popularly called as NMap, and another one is there that is called as Metasloit. Okay. Now, I know that you are excited about what is exactly mean by ethical hacking. Okay, so that's why this slide I have covered. See, what is ethical hacking is hacking. First of all, we need to understand what is hacking. Hacking is nothing but to get the access into someone's system. That is called as hacking. Okay, if that hacking or if that getting an access is done without permission, without permission of that person, okay, or that organization, then such kind of hacking will be called as unethical hacking. So what is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking is nothing but when you get the access into somebody's system, okay, with their consent, with their permission, then that is called as ethical hacking. So generally all the organization which are into the, especially into the software development, okay, they will have ethical hacker. So what is the role of ethical hacker in such organization? Okay, let's again try to understood here onto this part. Okay, so that you understood. See, the main job of ethical hacker is that, suppose this is our entire organization. Okay, this organization will, you will find that since they are into the, generally into the software development or software industry, so they will have lot many systems available. Okay, depending upon how many number of employees. I am considering that, let's say this is a somewhat big organization, so almost 200 systems are there. Okay, and of course all these 200 systems, these are connected to the internet, that is, let's say via the Wi-Fi, via the Wi-Fi. Okay, now what can happen is that since these systems are always connected to the internet, okay, using Wi-Fi, so there is a huge probability that some attacker can attack this organization. I am talking about cyber attacks. Okay, so attacker can attack it. Now, what is the job role of the ethical hacker? The job role of our ethical hacker, okay, this is our ethical hacker, okay. The job role of this ethical hacker is that he or she has to simulate the attacks. Okay, simulate means just try to execute the attack on this system with the permission of the owner of this organization. Since he is simulating the attack, so it won't be an unethical hack, it will be a ethical hacking. Okay, and what he or she will try to find, he or she will try to find where are the loopholes in these particular connections, where are the loopholes, and once that loophole is obtained by that ethical hacker, then that ethical hacker will give suggestions in order to overcome such loopholes, in order to overcome such loopholes. Are you getting? Okay, so that's why this ethical hacker is also known by this name, that is penetration testing. Penetration means what? Up to what level this particular, up to what level this particular, in this particular network a hacker can penetrate, that the ethical hacker is trying to test. And that's why the ethical hacker role is also called as penetration tester, and that process is called as penetration testing. It is called as what? Penetration testing. Is it fine? Is it fine? And since this is like a white collar job, okay, means everything is taken prior permission from the boss, from the leader of that organization, so it is also known by the name white hat hacking. White hat hacking. Is it fine? Is it fine? Okay. Next, we will proceed further. As I discussed with you, that there are majorly two tools, that is called as NMap and Metasloit. So out of these, in today's bootcamp, we'll focus on the first one, that is NMap. So, what is NMap? It stands for Network Mapper. It stands for Network Mapper. Okay. It is basically an open source tool. Open source means that it is freely available. Just in Google, you have to type Nmap download and it will take you to that particular site. Okay. Nmap was originally designed to scan the large networks. When I say large networks, it indicates large number of computers, desktops and laptops and tablets. All of them are connected to the internet. So such thing is called as a large network. But nowadays, it is found that it can work equally well for a single host. Okay, those who are new to this terminology of host, for those I have written here, host is nothing but some system, like that system can be a laptop. तो अभी आप जहां से मेरा ये boot camp attend कर रहे हो, that is actually a host. That is actually a host. Okay, maybe your laptop, maybe your desktop, or some sort of any other smartphone or tablets like that. Okay. Next, another. So, what is the main purpose of Nmap? Okay, it is actually used for scanning our network. Okay, large network as well as the single network or single host like our own machine. Another thing is this network administration, they also find this tool useful for other tasks like network inventory. Okay, what do we mean by network inventory? So let's try to understood here. Let's try to understood this here. Okay. Okay, see here, just a second, I will remove this. Yeah, see here. So we are trying to understand this. What do we mean by network inventory? So inventory means it's like a logbook. Okay, inventory is nothing but like a logbook. Okay, those who are new to this term also, for that I am repeating here. I am assuming that you people are doing some sort of job, or maybe you are in right now in your college. So everybody, whether in job or in college, you are accessing the Wi-Fi. Okay, you are accessing the Wi-Fi of your organization. And how we are accessing this Wi-Fi? So when we want to connect to this Wi-Fi, we have to enter two things. That is username, and another one is what? Password. So let's say in your organization where you are doing job or where you are doing study, let's say there are 60 peoples. Okay, there are how many peoples? 60 peoples. So what you might have observed, all these 60 peoples, they may be joining this Wi-Fi network. Okay, so there has to be a inventory or a logbook that which person has joined at what time and has joined using which device. Okay, so such maintenance of such details where everything is maintained, that is at serial number 1 xyz person from having username this, having password this, has joined at so and so time using such and such device. Okay, so such we can say maintenance of such details is actually called as what? It is actually called as what? Inventory. And since I am talking about network, so that is called as what? Network inventory. That is called as what? Network inventory. Are you getting? Are you getting? Or it is also called as what? Logbook. It is also called as logbook. Okay, so nmap का यूज कहाँ हो रहा है? That we come to know that which person has used our network at what time. Okay, yeah, this is next part. That is, here I have shown some of the commonly used nmap commands. Okay, I know that you are excited to understand how exactly this nmap works and all. Okay, so for that only, first I have shown you how these exactly or which are the commonly used nmap commands. So one of the command is this one. What is the purpose? Basically it is scanning a single IP, internet protocol address. There is one concept. Okay, usko agar mujhe scan karna hai, so what I have to write down? Nmap and then that particular IP. Let's say I want to scan entire subnetwork. मुझे पूरा सबनेटवर्क स्कैन करना है, so I will be writing this command. मुझे हमारे जो सिस्टम में जो पोर्ट्स होते हैं, ओके, एवरी कंप्यूटर इज हैविंग पोर्ट. ओके, दोज हु आर फ्रॉम दिस बैकग्राउंड पर्टिकुलरली यू माइट हैव हर्ड अबाउट टीसीपी पोर्ट. ओके, सो ऐसे अलग अलग पोर्ट्स होते हैं. तो मुझे अगर पूरे पोर्ट स्कैन करना है, कितने स्कैन करना है? 1 से लेके 1000. तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? आई विल हैव टू राइट डाउन दिस पर्टिकुलर कमांड. यू कैन सी वी आर स्कैनिंग व्हाट? फ्रॉम 1 to 1000. We are scanning from 1 to 1000. Okay, if I want to detect certain versions of a particular service, then I have to write down this command. This is SV for service version. Okay, if I want to know what is the operating system of the other device or the target, then I have to write down this command, because you might be knowing that there is no only one operating system. There are different operating system, like Windows is there, Linux is there, Mac OS is there and all. Okay, मुझे अगर चेक करना है कि मेरे जो नेटवर्क है उसमें कहीं वीकनेस है क्या, मींस वल्नरेबिलिटी इज देयर, देन आई हैव टू रन सच अ कमांड. ओके, नाउ when we say about this, when we talk about writing such commands, next question comes is, in which software we have to write down such command. Okay, in which software we have to write down? So remember that these commands are not written in any particular software. Okay, means like there is it's not like C language or C++ language, not like that. but in fact these commands are called as command line interface, means they are usually written in a command line interface. What do we mean by command line interface? So depending on your operating system, we have different types of command line interface. For example, यहाँ पर आप चेक कर सकते हो कि अगर हमारी सिस्टम विंडोज की है, ओके, जैसे कि अभी मेरी सिस्टम विंडोज की है, सो उसमें पावर शेल या उसी को कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट बोलते हैं, ओके, ये मेरे लिए क्या हो गया, कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस हो गया। अगर मेरी सिस्टम लिनक्स की या मैक की है तो उनके केस में बैश जो होता है वो क्या होता है, कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस होता है। इज इट फाइन? ओके, जस्ट अ मिनट, या ओके। Now I want to show you exactly what do I mean by command line interface, that is what do I mean by PowerShell in case of Windows. So I have clicked here, आपको क्या करना है, ये स्टार्ट पर जाना है, ओके। या आप दूसरा काम ये भी कर सकते हो कि अपने कीबोर्ड पे विंडोज और आर को प्रेस कर दीजिए, तो आपको ये जो दिख रहा है, ओके, इसमें आपको ऑप्शंस दिखेंगे। यहाँ पर जो ये पावर शेल है उसको आपको सिलेक्ट करना है, ओके प्रेस कर देना है। तो एक ब्लैक स्क्रीन जो आपको दिख रही है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस। दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस। इज इट फाइन? इज इट फाइन? ओके। तो मैं ये पॉइंट एम्फसाइज कर रहा था दैट ये जितनी भी कमांड है, ओके, ये लिखने के लिए ऑफ कोर्स सॉफ्टवेयर तो लगेगा ही एनमैप, बट उसके बाद ये कमांड कहाँ लिखनी है, ये कमांड आपको इस कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस पर लिखना है। सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस। लेट्स प्रोसीड, ओके। सो basically I want to emphasize here one important point, that is what is actual use of NMap, right? Okay, because this is our topic, right? That is ethical hacking, और ethical hacking में अलग अलग tools कौन से होते हैं, और उसमें से एक tool हमने choose किया है, that is NMap। तो इसका use मैं आपको अभी बताना चाहूंगा। इसका मेन यूज ये है कि आप पता कर सकते हो कि आपके सिस्टम में जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ पोर्ट्स है, ओके, उसमें से कितने पोर्ट्स ओपन है और कितने पोर्ट्स क्लोज है। सो व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज? वंस यू नो दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर नंबर ऑफ पोर्ट्स आर ओपन, देन द चांस ऑफ हैविंग द अटैक यू कैन कंट्रोल। यानी आपको पता चल जाएगा कि मान लीजिए आपके सिस्टम में 5 पोर्ट्स ओपन है, तो आपके सिस्टम पर जो अटैक हो सकता है, साइबर अटैक, वो वही से हो सकता है, क्योंकि बाकी के सारे जो पोर्ट्स है वो तो क्या है, क्लोज है। तो ये जानकारी हमको किसके वजह से मिल रही है? एनमैप, ये जो सॉफ्टवेयर है उसके वजह से आपको मिल रही है। तो अभी हमें क्या करना है, बेसिकली आपको सबसे पहले आपके सिस्टम में एनमैप डाउनलोड करना पड़ता है, ओके, तो वो मेरे सिस्टम में ऑलरेडी है, ओके। दूसरा चीज आपको क्या करना है, आपको विंडोज प्लस आर प्रेस करना है। उसके वजह से आप कहा चले जाओगे, कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट में चले जाओगे। तो ये मैं आ चुका हूं कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट में। अब हमें क्या करना है, हमें ये टाइप करना है nmap 127.0.0.1 विद द करस्पॉन्डिंग डॉट्स। सो ये क्या है, बेसिकली ये जो आपको एड्रेस दिख रहा है, ये लोकल होस्ट का एड्रेस है। व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय लोकल होस्ट? सी, व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय होस्ट? हमने आपको यही बताया था, व्हाट इज होस्ट? होस्ट इज नथिंग बट एनी लैपटॉप, एनी डेस्कटॉप फॉर एग्जांपल। तो ये मेरा लैपटॉप है, तो ये मेरा क्या हो गया, होस्ट हो गया। और मेरे लिए मेरा लैपटॉप लोकल रहेगा, भले ही आप लोगों के लिए आप मेरा लैपटॉप लोकल नहीं है, आप लोगों के लिए आपका लैपटॉप लोकल है, राइट? राइट। सो मेरे लिए मेरा लैपटॉप लोकल है, ओके। सो हर एक जो लोकल होस्ट होता है, ओके, उसका ऑल ओवर द ग्लोब, आप किसी भी कंट्री में चले जाइए, इट विल हैव दिस एड्रेस ओनली, ओके। तो ये एड्रेस हमें टाइप करना है। सो आई हैव टाइप nmap, okay, after that what is there, 127.127.0.0.1, okay, you can check, same thing we have typed, and then just press enter, okay, then wait for some time. So it has come up with just a minute, I will increase my screen size. You can see that what it has written, it has come up with a report, okay. Report is ऑब्टेन इन 1.12 सेकंड्स, यानी हमारा पूरा ये जो लोकल होस्ट है, ये मेरी जो सिस्टम है, ये स्कैन करने में सिर्फ 1.12 सेकंड इतना समय लगा है। और मुझे क्या पता चल रहा है कि 996 ये जो मेरे पोर्ट्स है, ओके, मेरे पोर्ट्स 996 जो है वो मेरे क्लोज्ड है, ऑल दीज आर क्लोज्ड पोर्ट्स, ओके। फिर अभी कौन से पोर्ट्स ओपन है? सो 1 2 3 4, बिकॉज 1000 माइनस 996 दैट विल बी 4, सो माय 4 पोर्ट्स आर ओपन, ओके। 4 पोर्ट्स में से जहां आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट या एमएसआरपीसी ये दिख रहा है, दीज आर बाय डिफॉल्ट ओपन, ये हमेशा ही ओपन रहते हैं, ओके। अब मेरे सिस्टम में, सिंस आई एम ऑल्सो टीचिंग माई एसक्यूएल, ओके, सो आई हैव माई एसक्यूएल सॉफ्टवेयर ऑल्सो, सो ये जो माई एसक्यूएल सॉफ्टवेयर होता है वो डेटाबेस से लिंक्ड रहता है, इसलिए ये भी पोर्ट ओपन है। और एक रियल सर्वर जो होता है उसके लिए ये पोर्ट ओपन है। सो अब क्या हो सकता है कि अगर मेरे सिस्टम में साइबर अटैक हुआ, सो आई नो दैट इट विल बी डन फ्रॉम विच पोर्ट्स, ओनली दीज आर दी 4 पोर्ट्स। उसमें से भी ये जो 2 है, ये दोनों तो बाय डिफॉल्ट रहते ही है ओपन, so usually the chances are with this, okay। So in this way one can get the complete information about the host using which software? NMap software. Is it fine? Is it fine? Okay. Next is our Metasloit. So what is this Metasloit? It is a complete framework. It is a big software. Okay. To be very precise, इसका अगर मैं आपको साइज बताऊं, so it is somewhere around 350 MB. Okay. Whereas NMap, it's a small software, somewhere around 30 or 35 MB. Okay. So almost 10 times बड़ा software है. It is Ruby based and we can do many things like penetration testing, and you can execute even small codes also, okay. So this is extremely flexible and robust software used by the ethical hackers, okay। So I hope you got the idea कि tools कैसे काम कर रहा है and all। Then next is what exactly we offer in this course. So we offer a complete syllabus coverage, real world projects कराते हैं हम यहाँ पे, and you will be given certification after completion of this program. Simultaneously in this program there will be interview preparation and complete support is given for the job or related part, okay। Then these are our course modules, that is total there will be 6 modules, okay। Right now our course has already started and I have started with this one, that is called as Cybersecurity Fundamentals. Then this is module number 2, ethical hacking and vulnerability assessment. Third one is security tools and techniques, advanced web and network security. And in the fifth one, we try to understand what is the role of the government in the cyber security and how to comply with it. So that's why here the term compliance you are observing. And then the last one, that is the digital forensics. These are the key features of this course. You will find that 100% practical learning will be there, hands-on labs and demos. Even though I am conducting the course via the online, but you will find that many of the tools are open source, that is free of cost available. So you can download them, or there are certain websites also onto which you can practice even without downloading the tool, okay. So we provide the hands-on labs and demos, okay, and access will be there to toolkit, just now I have told you, and finally a certificate will also be given. We are almost on to the last part of our today's boot camp, okay. So these are the cyber security tools which you will explore in this one. So this is a Wireshark, okay, which usually works with C and C++. This is NMap, which works with C. This is Metasloit. Just now I told you it is Ruby based, and nowadays it is also coming in the Python. Then we have Burp Suite, Nessus, Kali Linux, and all. Okay, so you can see that most of the tools over here require to some extent understanding of Python language. That's why in this today's boot camp I have taken one simple Python based code also for your understanding. Okay, so actually what is this code about? This code is again related with cybersecurity. It is about the concept called as hashing. Okay, so what is hashing basically? Let's try to understand. Now, what is the scenario? You see, uh, there are so many many peoples are there who are accessing the internet. Okay, and when you are accessing the internet, I am specifically emphasizing that you are accessing, let's say, online transaction. आप आपके online transaction access कर रहे हो या perform कर रहे हो. Okay, so what are the important point here in online transaction? You will find that there are two important things: username, and one more is there, that is called as what? Password. ये दो तो must है. Okay, इसके सिवा एक्सेस ही नहीं मिलता है. करेक्ट ना? ओके, नाउ द थिंग इज, यूजर नेम तो ठीक है, ये कॉमन भी रहते हैं, बट पासवर्ड इज वेरी सेंसिटिव. ओके, और ये पासवर्ड को हम कहीं स्टोर नहीं कर सकते. जैसे आप आपके सिस्टम में स्टोर नहीं कर सकते. व्हाई? आपके सिस्टम कैन बी affected by cyber attack, right? So what happens, since we can't store our password, so there is a concept called as what? The concept called as what? Hashing. Hashing का concept आता है. What we do exactly in hashing? Let's say, suppose your uh, password is like this: 1 2 3 4. This is your actual password, I am just saying. Okay, so what is done in hashing? Without storing this password, actually it is converted, and that conversion process is called as hashing. Okay, it is converted using certain algorithm, okay, into such a number or such a letter which a hacker will not understand. Like for example, 1 is replaced by, let's say, capital small b, 2 is replaced by capital B, 3 is replaced by small z, and 4 is replaced by g. Okay, so what will happen, even if I am not saying that hacker cannot attack, hacker will attack, but what happens, the hacker will never know your original password, because since it has been hashed, it will be converted into this thing, and hacker will get access to this only. Okay, so since hackers don't know that 1 means small b, okay, so the hacker won't be in a position to decode this particular hashed password. Okay, so now in this code, what I am showing you, how this hashing is implemented using Python. Since I am using hashing, we need to import the hash library. That's why you are finding first command as a import hash library. Then we are storing the database of the user. For that, I have created one empty array over here. Okay, and in that, below that, basically we are defining two functions. So whatever you are observing here, which starts with the term def, that is actually the function in Python. Okay, so here my first function is hash underscore password. Okay, my second function is register underscore user. You can see for hash password, इस ये फंक्शन का काम क्या है, ये पासवर्ड जो ओरिजिनल पासवर्ड रहेगा उसका ये हैश कन्वर्ट कर देगा. और रजिस्टर यूजर का काम क्या है, यूजर को रजिस्टर करना. ठीक है, तो रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के वक्त हमें दो चीजें लगती है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज यूजर नेम एंड password. That's why you are observing here two input arguments are present. And then I have this particular login user function. So login करने के लिए भी हमें कितने arguments चाहिए होते हैं? दो arguments, username and password. So that is present over here. Okay, and now you can see here, this is where actually the Python based hashing is performed. So here, first of all, I am calling the register underscore user function, means this function I am calling. Okay, how I am calling? I have passed two things. ये यूजर नेम है एलिस और ये उसका पासवर्ड है. ये दूसरा यूजर है जो उसका नाम बॉब है एंड दिस इज इट्स पासवर्ड. ओके, तो इससे क्या होगा, जब लाइन नंबर 26 और 27 एग्जीक्यूट होगी तो ये वाला फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट होगा और यूजर जो है वो सक्सेसफुली रजिस्टर्ड हो जाएगा. ओके, देन नाउ आई एम ट्राइंग टू लॉग इन. मैं लॉग इन करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं. सो नेचुरली मुझे कौन सा फंक्शन कॉल करना है? लॉग इन फंक्शन. अभी आप देखिए जो लाइन नंबर 30 पे हमने लिखा है, वॉट एवर वी हैव रिटर्न, सो व्हाट वी आर राइटिंग, एलिस एलिस सिक्योर पासवर्ड 123 सिक्योर पासवर्ड 123. मीनिंग इज एलिस को जिस यूजर नेम और जिस पासवर्ड से हमने रजिस्टर किया था, लॉगिन के वक्त भी हम वही यूज कर रहे हैं. इसीलिए क्या होगा, लॉगिन अंडरस्कोर यूजर वाला जो ये पार्ट है ये एग्जीक्यूट होगा और लॉगिन सक्सेसफुल ऐसा मैसेज वो यूजर को दिखेगा. But when I am talking about Bob, so Bob actual username is Bob. That's fine. But his actual password is password 456. Whereas यहाँ पर password क्या लिखा है? Wrong password. So you can consider that this is not a original user. Okay, ये Bob नहीं है, ये कोई और है. उसको password नहीं पता है, इसलिए इसने कुछ और ही password डाल दिया, like a wrong password. तो जब ये यहाँ जाएगा, ये password match नहीं करेगा, and that user login will be failed. So in this way, using Python script, we can create the hashing algorithm as well. Fine. These are some of the slides which I have again included. That is, what is the career path after this course? So as I told you, you can start as a junior analyst, then mid-level cybersecurity engineer. You can also work as a security consultant once you get sufficient amount of experience. And parallelly, you can continue with pursuing some of these global level certificates like CompTIA Security Plus. We have CISSP. We have ethical hacker related certificate, which is called as CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker, and build your profile. These are some of the basic facts which I have included. Do I need coding language? To be frank, little bit of coding language is needed, but it is not mandatory. Okay, and even if you don't know, so we teach it from very background, okay, or very basic, so you will find that coding is also covered in this course. Do I need a tech background? Absolutely not. Okay, in fact, currently there are few students to whom I am teaching and they are not at all from the tech background. Okay, but still they are doing well. And last one is certification included? Of course, once you complete the course, a certificate will be provided. I hope that you understood this today's boot camp. Just a minute, let me stop sharing my screen. So did you understood this one? That is how exactly NMap works. Did you understood what do we mean by command prompt and all? Okay, okay. Thank you, Rutuja, Stans, Raghavendran. Okay, thanks a lot. Thank you, Ashish, Sonu Shaw. Thank you so much. If you have any query, then you can, of course, ask uh, right now to me or to our team as well. Okay, we are open to your queries and you can ask me. Thank you all. Thank you, Ankit, Anushka, Mind Type Media, Shruti Verma. Thanks a lot. Thank you. So now you will be getting, or I think already the quiz is provided for today's bootcamp. You have to answer this quiz and then you will be getting the certificate. Okay. Thank you.